Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So in the last lecture, we have seen recurrence relation of sequence, and also we have discussed some examples based on this. So actually, we have used Weierstrass completeness principle to show the convergence of a sequence. So what is Weierstrass completeness principle? Bye-bye. What is Weierstrass completeness principle?
Sir.
What Weierstrass completeness principle? Shreyans, do you know Weierstrass completeness principle? Monotonically increasing and bounded above sequence is convergent. See, recall this. And similarly, so this is nothing but Weierstrass completeness principle. So suppose you want to show that sequence is convergent, you need to show only two things. First, show sequence is monotonically increasing, and second is this, show that it is bounded above. Or you can also prove this way. You can show first you should show sequence is monotonically decreasing, and then you need to show that it is also bounded below. So this is known as Weierstrass completeness principle. So this is a very important concept to show the convergence of a sequence. Okay. Sequence is defined by recursively, and I suppose we want to prove the convergence, we use this result. Now let me consider an example. So define xn by x1 is equal to 5 and recurrence relation is given x of n plus 1, it is equal to 4 plus xn for n greater than equals to 1. If you put n equal to 1, then you can find what is x2. Then show that xn is convergent and find its limit. So I want to show that this sequence is convergent. So either I should show it is increasing and bounded above, or it is decreasing and bounded below. So now look at this. X1 is given, it is equal to 5, and xn plus 1 is equal to under root of xn plus 4. Okay. So what is x2? This is for n greater than or equals to 1. x2 is nothing but just put n equal to 1. So x1 is 5. So this is 5 plus 4, that is 9, and root of 9 is 3. So x1 is 5 and x2 is 3. So x1 is greater than x2. So from this you can judge that sequence should be monotonically decreasing as terms are decreasing. Now let us find some few terms. A similar way, what is x3? x3 is nothing but put n equal to 2 so that you will get x3. So x2 plus 4. So x2 is here, x2 is 3. Obviously root 7 is smaller than 3. Okay, and 3 is x2. Therefore you can say that x1 greater than x2 greater than x3. Similarly in general, by principle of mathematical induction, one can show that xn is decreasing sequence. Okay, so now I should show that xn is decreasing, and what is lower bound of the sequence? Tell me. Bounded below. The sequence should be bounded below. See, xn plus 4 is greater than 0 for every n belongs to n. We are considering just positive numbers. Okay, so this is nothing but xn plus 1 greater than 0 for all n in n. So 0 is a lower bound of sequence xn, or xn is bounded below. So I have shown that xn is decreasing and it is bounded below. Therefore, by Weierstrass completeness principle, xn is convergent. So let us take its limit to be a. Now I want to find out a. Now since limit of xn is a, therefore you can say that limit of xn plus 1 is also a. Now what is xn plus 1? Under root of xn plus 1. By taking square on both the sides, xn plus 1 square is just xn plus 1. Now take limit on both the sides. Limit n goes to infinity. Xn plus 1 square is equal to limit n goes to infinity xn plus 1. Now what is limit of xn plus 1? Away. A. Okay, so
A.
this is nothing but a square, and this is, so this is a quadratic equation in A. So what is its value? Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac.
-1, sir. And
Yes, I should write here -1. Otherwise it does not have any real root. So this becomes 1 plus or minus root 5. Since xn is greater than 0 for all n, limit of xn as n goes to infinity, this should also positive. So what is limit of xn? We have assumed that this limit is a. So therefore a is nothing but 1 plus root 5 by 2. If you take 1 minus root 5 by 2, then that will become negative. The reason is this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
I think I have made one mistake. Xn plus 1 is not root xn plus 1, but it is root xn plus 4. So I should write here 4. So everywhere I should put 4. Isn't it? In place of 1. So the limit will be different. I should change this term. Okay. So this is 4. So what is a? 1 plus or minus b square plus 16 upon 2a. So xn is positive, therefore a is positive. So I should write here 70. Clear? So in this way you can solve this example. Now let me take another example. Consider the sequence defined by x1 is equal to 1 and xn plus 1 is equal to xn square plus 3 upon 2xn for n greater than equals to 1. Prove that xn is convergent and its limit is root 3. See, here I have given that x1 is 1 and xn plus 1 is equal to xn square plus 3 by t 2xn. So find few terms of the sequence so that you can see whether sequence is monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing. So to find x2 I should put n equal to 1. So x2 is nothing but so this is 2. X1 is 1, so 1 square plus 3, that is 1 plus 3 by 2, so 2, so that you can see that x1 is less than x2. So very first two terms of the sequences, you can see that sequence should be monotonically increasing. Let us see for some more. See, from these two terms you cannot, you should check some few terms. Now x3, x2, then x3. What is x3? x2 square. Now this is 4 plus 3 by 2 to the 4, 7 by 4. So 7 by 4 is not less than 2. See, 7 by 4 this is less than 2, which is equal to x2. So therefore from this you can see that x3 is less than x2. Here you got x1 is less than x2, and here you got x3 is less than x2. So यहाँ पे देखिए, यहाँ पे से आप पता नहीं लगा सकते कि सीक्वेंस इंक्रीजिंग है, यहाँ तो डिक्रीज हो रही है. अभी x4 निकालते हैं, क्या होता है. x3 स्क्वायर प्लस 3 अपॉन 2x3. तो क्या होगा इसमें, देखिए x3 की वैल्यू कितनी है, 7 by 4. तो 7 by 4 का स्क्वायर कीजिए, अपॉन के कितने आ जाएंगे, 7 by 2. जब 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करके 2 गेट्स कैंसल्ड. तो इसको आप सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा आपको, 97/56. ठीक है, ये आएगी क्वांटिटी. सो दैट दिस इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू 1.73, और ये जो है अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू 1.75. तो देखिए ये x4 है, दिस इज लेस देन 1.75 इज इक्वल टू x3. सो यहाँ से आप पता लगा सकते हैं कि x4 है वो x3 से छोटा है. सो इन जनरल that you can see that the sequence is bounded, so by induction. For all n greater than equals to 2, isn't it? Or you may take n greater than equals to Yes, 2. ठीक है, therefore xn is decreasing. Clear? Now xn's are positive for all n. 0 less than xn for every n belongs to n. From very definition of the sequence, you can see that all the terms of sequences are positive. So 0 is the lower bound of sequence xn, or xn is bounded below by 0. Therefore, by Weierstrass completeness principle, xn is convergent. So let us take its limit. Limit of xn is equal to a. तो यहाँ पे देखिए xn, therefore limit of xn plus 1, this is also a. ठीक है, therefore what is xn plus 1? Xn plus 1 is nothing but xn square plus 3 by 2xn. Now again put this a, so that a square plus 3 by 2a is equal to a. Do you understand, Abhay?
हाँ सर.
Therefore a square plus 3 is equal to 4a square. So 4a square minus a square minus 3 equal to 0. So that you will get 3a square is equal to
2a स्क्वायर आएगा.
Sorry, I should write here 2a square, not 4. So this is nothing but therefore a equal to root 3. Reason is this: a is positive, xn is positive, therefore a. Reason is this: xn greater than 0 for all n in n. This implies that limit of xn greater than 0. We assume that limit of xn is a. So in this way you can alternatively you can prove in this way also. See, let me just check whether this method can be applied or not. See, look at this. Here I have given that xn plus 1 is equal to, what is the recurrence relation of sequence x square? Clear? Now bring 2xn on left side. So 2xn into xn plus 1, this is equal to xn square plus 3. So now bring this on. I am just checking whether this works or not. Okay, this is for all n greater than equals to 1, which is a quadratic equation. In xn, and since xn is a real sequence, its discriminant delta should be positive, greater than equals to 0. Have you understand? Do you understand? Why delta
Yes.
is positive? Since xn's are real, this quadratic equation must have real solution, and to have real solution, its discriminant must be positive. So now what is delta? Is nothing but b square minus 4ac. So you can see this is a quadratic equation xn. So minus 2xn plus 1, that will be your b. So b square means minus 2xn plus 1 minus 4, a is 1 and c is, so this is nothing but 4xn plus 1 square greater than equals to 12. So 4 gets cancelled. xn plus 1 greater than equals to 3 by taking under root, since xn's are positive, and this is true for all, and this is true for all n in n. So xn plus 1 actually, so 3 is a lower bound, root 3 is a lower bound. Okay, you may say this to be 1. From this you can say that it is bounded below by root 3. Okay, I think such type of example we have discussed previously. आपको पता है ऐसा एक एग्जाम्पल शायद हमने लिया था, याद है कि नहीं अभय? I have used such type of technique.
हाँ सर।
डिस्क्रिमिनेंट वाली टेक्निक हमने यूज तो की है, मैं आपको एग्जैक्टली बताता हूँ वो कौन सा एग्जाम्पल था. यस, स्क्वायर रूट वाला था. xn plus 1 equal to 1 over 2 xn plus 2 by xn. I think we have seen this. Now in order to show xn is decreasing, one should consider we should consider rather xn plus 1 minus this difference. Okay, so now what is, now let us evaluate this. What is xn plus 1? It is nothing but xn square plus 3 upon 2xn, isn't it? So xn square plus 3, I will keep xn as it is. Okay, now this is nothing but xn square plus 3 minus 2 xn square upon, so this is nothing but 2xn square minus 2xn square, so minus xn square plus 3 upon 2xn. Now what is this quantity? Minus xn square plus 3. See, from this you can say that xn square greater than equals to 3. So 3 minus xn square is always less than or equal to 0, and xn is positive. The reason is this: 3 minus xn square less than 0 for all n belongs to n, and xn's are greater than 0 for all n in. Clear? समझ में आ रहा है this? Do you understand, Abhay?
आ रहा है सर.
Fine. So I think this is a very nice technique. Okay, so xn plus 1 is less than xn for every n in n, or you can say that xn is डिक्रीजिंग सीक्वेंस. तो बाद में तो यही लिखना है, ठीक है, ये वाला. ये समझ में आ गया, ये लिख देना है आपको, सो दैट यू विल गेट a इक्वल टू √3। यहाँ पे देखिए मैंने क्या किया है, ये वाला ये इंडक्शन से प्रूव नहीं किया है, ये डिक्रीजिंग है। आई हैव जस्ट estimated this difference and I have shown that this difference is always less than 0 and I have used this discriminant technique to show that it is decreasing. Clear? ये आपको आइडिया आ जाना चाहिए कि ऐसा कुछ दिया हो तो should I get quadratic equation in xn plus 1 or in xn? अब भाई ठीक है?
ठीक है सर।
So in this way you can prove sequence is convergent. Now let me take few examples. Next example is this. X1 is 1 and xn plus 1 is given by xn square plus 5. Prove that xn is convergent. So here x1 is 1 and xn plus 1 is equal to, so now bring 2xn on left side. Now bring this on right side. Which is a quadratic equation. Xn. Okay, since xn is real, delta should be greater than or equals to 0. Therefore b square minus 4ac greater than or equals to 0. Now what is b square? Is 4 xn plus 1 square minus 20 greater than or equals to 0. Since c is 5, therefore xn plus 1 greater than or equals to 5, and this is true for all n in n. So therefore you may take that xn square greater than or equals to 5. From this you can say that xn is bounded below. By √5, all the terms of xn are at least √5 for n greater than or equals to 2. Clear? Since x1 is given, x1 is 1, and after x1 all the terms are bounded below by √5. So now in order to show that xn is decreasing, we should consider difference xn plus 1 minus xn. So xn plus 1 minus xn. What is xn plus 1? Xn square plus 5 upon 2xn So by simplifying this, I will get upon 2xn. So this is nothing but minus xn square plus 5 upon 2xn, which is less than 0, by 1 and xn's are greater than equals strictly greater than 0 for all n. So I have proved that this difference is less than 0. Therefore xn plus 1 is strictly less than xn, or you can say that xn is decreasing. Therefore by Weierstrass completeness principle, xn is कन्वर्जेंट. इसकी लिमिट क्या है वो आप फाइंड कर दीजिएगा, ठीक है. सो नाउ लेट मी टू मोर एग्जांपल्स इन होमवर्क एक्सरसाइज xn plus 1. So first one is this, x1 is given is equal to 5 and xn plus 1 is equal to 2xn square plus 5 upon 4xn. Second one is this, xn plus 1, x1 is 1, 3xn square plus 25 by 6xn. Now let me put two more example. Xn plus 1 is 4xn plus 7 by 10, where x1 is 2, then xn plus 1 is root 3xn, where x1 is 1. प्रूव कर सकते हैं कन्वर्जेंट और फाइंड इट्स लिमिट.
हाँ सर.
Okay, now so these are the examples. Now let me take one more example. Suppose xn satisfies the condition 0 less than xn less than 1. Xn into 1 minus xn plus 1 is greater than 1 by 4 for n belongs to n. Establish the convergence of the sequence and find its limit. Tell me how to establish the convergence. Do you have any idea, Vaibhav?
नो सर.
कुछ सोचिए, ऐसे ही मत आंसर दीजिए. Just think. I will give you 2 to 3 minutes. Hint is this.
ओके सर.
Hint is this inequality. And this is a very nice technique actually.
सर हम दूसरे इनइक्वालिटी में से xn प्लस 1 निकाल सकते हैं.
देखिए यहाँ पे xn प्लस 1 को आप कैसे सब्जेक्ट बनाएंगे. देखिए, क्योंकि ये इक्वालिटी दी होती अगर, और कुछ फर्स्ट टर्म या सेकंड टर्म मुझे दिया होता, देन आई कैन मैनेज xn प्लस 1 इन टर्म्स ऑफ xn. मैं आपको हिंट और देता हूँ. आपको ज्योमेट्रिक मीन और एरिथमेटिक मीन पता है, ठीक है.
हाँ
इस पे
सर.
सोचिए. This is actually a very nice example. See, 0 less than and xn we know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. Okay, here xn's are positive, so that we can consider this arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Okay, okay, so now consider this xn and 1 minus this 2 term. What is its geometric mean? By 2. Do you understand? I have just taken
यस सर.
this is always greater than equals to its geometric mean. Geometric mean is nothing but product of xn and, but already it is given that this is bigger than 1 by 4 by hypothesis. Clear?
यस सर.
2 gets cancelled from both the sides, isn't it? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So 1 gets cancelled. Now bring xn plus 1 on. So from this, what can you say?
Decreasing.
What can you say? xn is decreasing.
Decreasing.
Monotonically decreasing, not just decreasing. Also 0 less than xn less than 1 for every n belongs to n. Therefore 0 is a lower bound of sequence xn for bounded below. Therefore by Weierstrass completeness principle, xn is convergent. So we have established the convergence of xn. So actually this is a very good example. Now and now let us find out its limit. Limit पूछी है? Yes, find its limit. Okay. Now how to find limit of this sequence? Let us assume that its limit is a. Any idea, Vaibhav?
सोचते हैं सर.
See, look at this. I have given this xn into 1 minus xn plus 1. This is greater than 1 by 4. It is given that this is greater than 1 by 4. And xn's are positive. See, and second thing is this 0 less than xn less than 1. Therefore, you can see from this 0 less than limit of xn. Okay? And this is less than 1. Therefore, 0 less than limit of xn, we assume that it is a. So you have got this. Limit is also between 0 and 1. Now by taking limit n tends to infinity, what do you get? Limit n tends to infinity, xn into 1 minus xn plus 1. This is also bigger than 1 by 4. I apply algebra of limit of sequence. What is limit of xn? This is just a. This is again a. I should not write here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
A into 1 minus a. So now let me simplify this. So a minus a square greater than 1 by 4. Now bring this on. So a square minus a. Do you understand? See, I have just brought this term on right side. Now what is this? This is nothing but a minus 1 by 2 whole square, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So therefore what I have got is this a minus 1 by 2 whole square. This is less than 0. Square is less than 0. What does it mean? This must be, see, this is, I think, greater than or greater than equals to. It is given that limit also be equal, no? By taking limit as n tends to infinity, this may be whole, equality may be whole. So we should write here, let me see in the example it is given. Yes, okay. If I take limit, then equality can also occur. Okay. So what does this mean? A minus 1 by 2 must equal to 0, or a equal to 1 by 2. Do you understand, Vaibhav?
Yes, sir.
But a is nothing but limit n tends to infinity xn. So this is 1 by 2. Clear? So this is a very nice example. See, example, though it is small, but we have used very nice techniques and tools and techniques of analysis. We have used this arithmetic mean is always bigger than geometric mean. Okay. यहाँ पे देखिए कोई भी टर्म मुझे दिया हुआ नहीं है, ठीक है, रिकरेंस रिलेशन भी इनइक्वालिटी के फॉर्म में, देन आल्सो आई कैन फाइंड आउट इट्स लिमिट. So this is a very good example. Clear? Now let me take another example. ये कंसिडर करते हैं एग्जांपल. देखिए, for p belongs to n, a greater than 0, this is the relation which is given, and a1 is positive. Define the sequence an by setting an plus 1 is equal to 1 by p minus 1 an plus a upon an raised to p minus 1. Think about this example. I am giving you 2 to 3 minutes. Abhay, Vaibhav, Shreyansh, just think about this.
हाँ सर.
Think about this. Okay, again I am giving you a hint. You need to use arithmetic and geometric mean equality. Okay,
Okay sir.
just use this setting to establish arithmetic and geometric mean equality. Okay, अगर आपको नहीं पता चलता है तो next time again ask me, I will solve. In this example, there is very nice technique has been used. Okay, now let me consider okay, so I think sequence defined by recursively, these are the sufficient examples. Okay, now fine, let me define limit at infinity. I think I have given the definition. Let me infinite limits. Okay, just let me put the definition. Definition: we say that a sequence xn diverges to infinity if for any m greater than 0 there exists n0 in n such that for all n greater than or equals to n0, xn is bigger than this n. Okay, so this is the definition of xn diverges to infinity. That is, this is the thing, limit n tends to infinity equal to infinity if and only for every m greater than 0 there exists n0 in n such that for all n greater than or equals to n0 xn should be bigger than m. Clear? So in terms of quantifier, I have written this definition. Next definition is this: sequence diverges to minus infinity. We say that if for any m greater than 0 there exists n naught belongs to n such that for all n greater than or equals to n naught xn less than or equal to minus m. Here I should greater than or equals to m. ठीक है? So that is limit n tends to infinity xn is equal to minus infinity if and only if for every m greater than 0 there exists n naught in n such that for all n greater than or equals to n naught xn less than or equal to minus m. Clear? Do you understand, Abhay? Abhay, do you understand?
sir. हाँ.
Fine. Now let me consider one example. Example is this. It was asked in university examination. Let me find where it is. Once xn is equal to prove that xn diverges to infinity. This was asked in Gujarat University examination, November 19. How many marks? Let me see. It was for only 2 marks. Fine. So from where we should begin? Xn is given. I want to prove that this is divergent. It diverges to infinity. From where we should begin? When I say that, I can say that xn diverges to infinity if for any m greater than 0 this happens. So from where I should begin?
m greater than 0.
Yes, let m greater than 0 be given. Okay. I want to find out n not in n so that this happen. Okay. This happen. Xn greater than or equal to m. Now let me begin from this. Xn greater than or equals to m. If and only if. What is Xn? Greater than or equals to m. This is true if and only if n square is greater than or equals to m minus 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If and only if n greater than or equal to under root m minus 1. So this tells or this suggests us that I must have to take n not equal to this. But this, if I take n not equal to root of m minus 1, then this may or may not be into the set of natural number n. So in order to remove this, what should I do? Abhay, tell me, what should I take n naught?
Bracket of
Yes,
square root
bracket.
m minus 1 plus 1.
Then definitely this n0 would be in m. Therefore, for every m greater than 0, there exists n0 belongs to n, so that whenever n greater than equals to n0, this implies that or limit n tends to infinity. Clear?
ત્યાર પછી પ્લસ 1 બ્રેકેટ ની અંદર જ નહીં.
Yes.
પ્લસ 1 બહાર કર્યું n
Here
નોટ
also
માટે
you
તે
can
બ્રેક.
see. Here also you can. The reason is this: for every n
અચ્છા હા
belongs
સર સર
to
સમજી
z,
ગયો.
x plus
કાલે જ કરાયું.
n is equal to, clear? So this is the result. Clear? You may
હા
bring this n inside of this bracket function also. Answer will be same. So don't worry about it. Okay, we stop our discussion. Next time we will see some new topic. I think in this unit, unit 2 is complete. ये दूसरा यूनिट खत्म हो गया है. Let me download the attendance sheet. So goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
ગુડ બાય સર.